All right. Um. Okay. Let's go ahead and get started, everybody. Go ahead and introduce yourself. We're gonna go from the oldest to youngest. Philip, let's hear it.
Oh. Hello, it's
Oh my
me,
goodness.
PHILLIP. What it do? What it do? Woo woo.
Okay, Calvin. Try following that up.
Uh, I'm not. What's up, y'all? I'm here as usual. So all right, let's move along.
That's shade to me.
Yeah, it's your boy Levi, Washington from Kansas City, representing Kansas City. Thank you for listening, Travel Hoopers.
All right, and I am Alan Pettigrew. Let's go ahead and get started. First thing we wanted to talk about is it we going with LeBron's defense?
Yes, please.
All right, go ahead, Levi. This is your topic. Go ahead and run it off for us.
Say no more. Now the speculation is on LeBron James saying that he does not play defense. Now, I think the reason why is because he's pacing himself. Now we think about players that can play both spots, all stars. Kobe Bryant, he paced himself throughout the whole season. Kawhi Leonard, he's pacing himself. You can't do both all year long. You can't do it. You know, it's a wear and tear on your body. And LeBron James been playing for almost 16 years. So I mean, of course he can take breaks on defense. You know what I'm saying? His defense is not trash. He's capable of playing defense if he wants to, but he is getting old, and we have to put that in account.
You sound like a LeBron apologist, and it's bothering me because a lot of the times, so I don't think
So
people
the
are. I don't think people are too angry that it's not just playing defense. It's that if you watch the clips, he doesn't play defense, and then when the person scores, he like throws his hands up as if it's not his fault. That's what's the most bothersome thing about it. It's not the fact he's not playing defense because LeBron really hasn't played great help defense in the last in the regular season, I would say, in the last couple years. You know what I mean? But don't blame it on other people. You know what I mean? But then LeBron's always had that reputation of complaining. You know what I mean? Of complaining too much for quote unquote an all time great. Shout out to Tim Duncan. But but I think that's the most bothersome part about it.
Wait, hold up. You want to
Yeah, I gotta agree with you because I know there's only been like an isolated incidences where it's only been like 3 or 4 clips where he's looking at someone else to blame immediately. But I kind of see where Levi's coming from, but he also told everybody this is activated playoff LeBron, so it's kind of like, why are you pacing yourself after you've already announced that you about to go full throttle? This makes us look like this is your full throttle, and that still means no effort.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What you
All
think,
right.
Cal?
um, I actually have no opinion on this. LeBron is gonna do pretty much whatever he does. Um, what Phil mentioned, he complains a lot. He does, but so did basically every other Hall of Famer ever. Um, but y'all are, uh, but yeah, it's whatever. Like I don't have an opinion on this one. I'm sorry.
Do you think LeBron's still capable of holding defense? Can lock someone down when it comes to clutch time?
Yes, I would argue yes. I don't think he's fallen off enough to the point where he's a defensive liability, and I think that's still going to take some time. Though maybe he can't do it as consistently as he used to.
Okay.
I say it honestly just depends on who the person is. I don't think he could guard Kyrie 1-on-1. You know what I mean? I don't think he can guard certain individuals 1-on-1 of a certain caliber and certain talent level. But you know, once again, it would be possession by possession. But I don't think if players like Kyrie, I don't think he could guard Dame 1-on-1. there's just certain individuals like how in his younger years he used to guard like point guards like that. I don't think he can guard point guards 1-on-1 like he used to be able to. Because age and stuff like that.
Yeah, I gotta agree with you. I think it's at this point it's kind of like an effort thing, and I think even with full blown effort, he's gonna have to either play really physical, which is only gonna last for like a couple plays. And the top tier talent, you got to put him on like the second or third best offensive player, which sucks considering they don't really have an elite defender outside of.
How about this?
Maybe Lonzo.
How about this?
Yeah, maybe. Yeah, Lonzo's pretty elite.
I think LeBron James 1-on-1 could guard Jimmy Butler and Ben Simmons, but he can't guard Joel Embiid.
I mean,
who can really? Like, I'm trying to think.
Yeah, I don't think that was a good one.
I mean, also didn't LeBron James say no one could score me in the post like 2 years ago? Do you remember that interview he did?
Yeah.
No.
He was like, no one can do it.
I do.
Can no one score me in the post? And that's not the case anymore. Because he literally said no one. And I was like, okay.
Yeah.
And like, at the time it is, but now 2 years later, that's not the case anymore. That's the point. But I guess you had to like know the interview for my point to make sense.
Yeah, I know what you're talking about, Phil. I remember that.
Of course, you remember that. You're a LeBron apologist.
Not really. He's playing for my Lakers team, so I got to stick up for LeBron James, man.
Oh, you a Lakers
apologist, bro?
Yeah, I'm a Lakers apologist, not a LeBron.
Well, that's even worse in my book, bro.
Low key.
Hey, whatever you think, man. Go ahead. I'm proud. I'm proud Lakers fan, man.
I'm sorry.
Since day one, coming out the womb, baby.
Okay.
All right. Let's go into the next topic, unless y'all want to add something to it.
No, let's go ahead.
I have absolutely nothing to add to that conversation.
Me neither.
What else? Philip, you had another one that you wanted to talk about, right? I can't think of it.
Well, I did have another one that I wanted to talk about, and one was the 76ers. I'm glad I remembered. Struggle City. I assumed you guys had already talked about it, but you informed me that you hadn't. So I will say this. Let me roll real quick. The 76ers have the most deadly starting lineup in the NBA, outside of the Warriors. But you could say it's more deadly than the Warriors because the Warriors starting lineup has Draymond Green in it. And like Draymond Green, we all know how he's been playing this year, right? Specifically this year, shooting wise, just overall his game's kind of like digressed a level. You know what I mean? And when it comes to the Sixers starting lineup, who's your worst player?
Maybe JJ Redick because
maybe JJ Redick
because his defense. That's it.
But JJ Redick's one of the best shooters in the NBA right now. He's not one or two because the Warriors have those, right? But he's one of the best. Like he's a very dependable shooter, right?
Yeah.
You have Ben Simmons who can distribute the ball, 6'10", rebound, assist, fill the stat sheet up. You have Joel Embiid, who is the best big man in the NBA, right? Just the fact of even seeing a game where DeMarcus versus Joel Embiid would be amazing because Joel Embiid would get him fouled out so quick it wouldn't be funny. And then you have Tobias Harris. He meshed and molded into the 76ers lineup so great. It was, I don't think anybody expected it to be as smooth as it was because he's like a Chauncey Billups. Like he's like a really good journeyman. That's like what I'm trying to say, right? Like he's a journeyman. He can fit the mold to a lot of different teams. He has a journeyman's mindset, but he's like the top tier journeyman you could possibly ask for. You know what I mean? You won't build your franchise around him. He'll make his rounds, but he's still gonna average 20 points a game, off of catch and shoots and off of the pick and roll. He doesn't need his ball to be. He doesn't need the ball in his hands to be necessarily effective. You know what I mean? He can move without the ball, and the fact they have two people in the starting lineup that can move without the ball is fantastic. Because they have three people who definitely can't. Meaning Jimmy Butler, because Jimmy Butler holds the ball way too long. Ben Simmons, because he does what he does, and then Joel Embiid, who's like the post up king, right? The post up and the just overall great big man. So I think their starting lineup is outrageously solid, outrageously inept to go. Not inept, that's the wrong word. Outrageously capable. I'm just using the word capable to be able to go to the finals and actually put up a fight against the Warriors in a 7-game series. Especially their bench is not bad either. It's not bad. You know what I mean? So
I don't think it's enough.
Yeah,
that's my piece. What is your piece?
yeah. So what do you? But like what Levi was saying, like who's coming off that bench? Because I really think that that starting lineup, like you were saying, that may be the hardest thing for anybody to match up with, because they pretty much have almost five people that are playing all-star level. The only one that you wouldn't say is playing at an all-star pace is JJ Redick, but you almost have to put an elite defender on him just to make sure he isn't causing havoc.
You gotta keep him in check still.
Yeah, but like Levi said, I don't know what you're gonna do with that bench, because I can't name anybody off the bench right now, not off the top of my head. What did they still have Wilson Chandler, or did he get traded?
They got rid of him.
Yeah,
they picked up the big man, the really big man.
Boban.
Boban.
But he just got hurt too.
Yeah, so did Joel Embiid.
Joel Embiid got hurt?
Well, yeah, they said something about tendonitis or something like that. Something's going on.
I didn't hear about that.
Yeah, he missed 30 games since All-Star break.
Yeah, left knee soreness.
Yeah, I remember that.
I did not realize that. Calvin, the stats guy. Hey, underdog, can you look up the bench for the 76ers?
Yeah, I'm looking it up right now.
Not you. It's Calvin.
I know, it was already on it. I was looking for some stats.
Why can it be so?
Oh snap! They got Jonathan Simmons.
Yeah, they do. They picked him up. They picked him up from Orlando.
Yeah,
they got a solid backup point guard.
Okay, CJ McConnell, for Corkmans. Zaire Smith is now playing. They got him in G League though. Mike Smith, James Ennis, Amir Johnson.
James Ennis has been doing good.
Shake Milton. You said what?
James Ennis has been doing good. But the thing is, right? When you get that starting lineup, you're not gonna have it's not gonna be just a bench out there the whole time by themselves. You're gonna have one or two of the starting lineups in there, right? So all you need is like 3 or 4 solid bench players, and you're solid. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And I think they have that for sure.
Nah, man, I gotta disagree on this one. You said going to the finals. You think those guys against the Warriors, going against their bench, off the bench, even though the Warriors bench is somewhat compromised from last year, but it's still good. They still got a Sean Livingston.
Sean Livingston is the reason they win championships, in my opinion. He is the greatest bench player they've ever had. They've had during the dynasty run. You know what I mean? Sean Livingston,
especially in the playoffs.
He's so good. Dude really will go 6 from 8 from the field. A quick 5 rebounds, a quick 5 assists. You know what I mean? And there's all post up little men. He's solid. He's really, really good. How old is he, by the way?
He's getting old. He's getting up there.
Yeah.
I think he's 30. 30 something, isn't he? 32 maybe.
Sean Livingston is 33.
Oh, well, I mean, he got solid 2 more years of doing what he do. but outside of Sean Livingston though, Quinn Cook, like
Jordan Bell. They got Jaretko.
I'm
Shooters.
No name you're gonna name is gonna be like, oh my gosh, that makes their bench so much better.
It does. Jaretko does make their bench better because he's a shooter. He can stretch out the floor, and that's what they do. That's what they do.
Yeah, that is what they do. But he's also not Steph. He's just a shooter. So you can contain a normal shooter.
Not with the Warriors, bro. They move the ball around, bro. It's their offense. That's what makes them who they are.
Not only that, you gotta also remember what you were saying earlier, Philip. It's not always going to just be those backup players. They're going to have Steph or KD or Clay or DeMarcus Cousins or Draymond on the floor that are going to be able to. It's going to get those guys open.
And that's what I was saying. That's the exact same thing that's going to happen for Philadelphia. That's the exact same thing that's going to happen for Philadelphia.
Yeah.
But also, this Milwaukee team is looking kind of good. So I'm not gonna jump the gun and say they're going to make it to the Eastern Conference Finals or the finals. This Milwaukee team is something looking kind of different.
Yeah. I still think Toronto might be able to get. I still think it'll be Toronto and Milwaukee in the Eastern Conference Finals.
That'd be great. So you're just completely taking the Celtics out of the picture?
I'm not. I've been off the Celtics wagon for months.
All right, let's bet some money or a 12 can of soda or something, man. Because I know they can get to the Eastern Conference for sure. If they can get their stuff together, they can get there.
But will they get their stuff together?
Yeah.
I mean, it's up to. I don't know, man. But I believe they will. I believe they will, man. I trust him, Brad Stevens, to do his job, gather the troops, and take them to war, man.
Good cliche. Yeah, I don't trust the Celtics. I think they have too many good players who play too much alike. You know what I mean?
He's an activist for superstars on too many superstars on the team.
So what?
Nothing. Continue.
Repeat yourself, man. You can't just say nothing.
Goofy, bro.
Yeah.
Continue.
What'd you say? Nothing. I seriously think they just don't mesh well. Like, I think they meshed better. They clearly meshed better with Kyrie out because Kyrie just adds another dynamic of another ball handler, ball dominant individual on that team that doesn't, that already has like a lot of those people. And people's roles have been downgraded. Jaylen Brown's role has been downgraded. Marcus Smart's been doing what Marcus Smart does. But, Jason Tatum, his role has been downgraded also from what it was. You know what I mean? He was the first option last time. Now he's got to wait for Kyrie to pass him the ball, which just kind of is, I don't know if it suits well for whatever it is. You know what I mean? I know Brad Stevens is a good X and O's coach, but I'm not sure. I kind of question if he's a good personnel coach.
Yeah, I can agree. I can agree on that one. There has been speculation about Brad Stevens. He is a smart coach, comes up with good defensive methods, but can he handle the personnel like you just said? So, yeah, I agree on that one, Phil.
Oh, I'm glad you do.
He said, I'm glad you do.
Y'all the worst.
I still think they can get it together, man. I really do because, Kyrie Irving puts them over the top. Really. If they can mesh, if they can get it together, Kyrie Irving brings them over the top.
Yeah. But I also think what we saw from them last year was literally what happens when you let everybody play their own game and you take so much away, even if it's just from like a confidence level, away from Terry Rozier, away from Jason Tatum, away from Jaylen Brown, that adding Kyrie, I almost think it hurts the team more than it helps. Just because those guys can't get it off like they used to, bro. They're constantly thinking, how do I make the team better? Which really is more like asking, how do I let Kyrie shine and then fit in behind him? And they didn't have to ask that question last year. I think that's why they were so good.
But if they want to win a championship, they have to adjust to Kyrie Irving. I mean, he's not a cancer, but
I mean, I agree he's not a cancer, but I don't know if they have to adjust around him. I think Kyrie has to adjust around them. He is that fourth quarter presence that every team needs, but those first 3 quarters, they got that. They can compete with the best of them. Now, if you're talking about you down 5, 2 minutes left, is get out the way and let Kyrie work, but you don't got to let Kyrie work for a full 40 minutes of the game and then at the end be like, where were you guys? Like, we didn't get a chance to get started, bro. You know, the young guys, you always got to stroke their ego a little bit, and it's not getting met. Their needs are not being met.
well, forget their needs.
I mean, if you do, then you're also not getting a championship at the end. But okay, like, because what?
Oh, go ahead. Go ahead. I was.
It's just like a lot of your best players are relatively young. Kyrie, he's not an old player or anything, but he's also the biggest ego in the room. And when you have a group of players who, without him, that was like egos in general were a lot less of an issue. Their egos now matter because his ego matters. I'm not saying this right, but basically, his presence makes managing everybody else more difficult.
Yeah. That's definitely true.
I can see that. I could definitely see that. So do you think he's gonna stay in Boston because his contract expires after this year? If they have him,
go to New York.
Go to New York with who?
KD.
If KD goes there, that'd be lovely.
I think him and KD go to New York. Then you pick up Zion, you know?
Yeah, that'd be lovely.
New York.
Or they can trade that pick to get another superstar, but I don't think that's going to happen.
Mess around and trade that pick with the young big man, Alonzo Trier, and Kevin Knox for 80. That team going 82-0.
That team's not going to happen.
That's so true, bro.
That's like one of those mad, like super hypotheticals that like it's not going to happen, but like, what if?
And that's what I'm here for. I'm here for the what ifs.
That's a good thing? I'm not quite sure.
Yeah.
Okay. Do your thing.
Oh, yeah. And just to throw this last thing in, the lineup of J.J. Redick, Tobias Harris, Jimmy Butler, Joel Embiid, and Ben Simmons has a net rating of almost 25. And that is much higher than all of their other lineups that has at least 20 minutes, which literally means they're killing the competition pretty much, bro.
Makes sense to me.
My bad. I forgot y'all not advanced statistics guys.
Okay, so like I did say makes sense to me. It really didn't though. I don't know what you said.
It just means they're really good together, bro.
I mean, I made that assumption, but you over here talking about net stuff. I'm like, I don't know what that is, man. I don't do advanced analytics. It's not really my thing.
All right, Kevin Garnett. But yeah, let's go ahead and go to the top 25 under 25. I dropped that in the messages earlier. So if you guys want to go ahead and open that, we can go ahead and look at this list. And let's work backwards, 25 up to 21, up to 1. All right, let me know when you guys got it up.
Okay.
Better yet, what do you guys think about it? If you have looked at it.
So, I guess I misunderstood when you sent the text, so I went and tried to make my own. I mentioned this earlier, but it looks solid.
Yeah.
I don't really have too many complaints about it.
How about the Lonzo Ball at 24? You like that?
I
like it.
something I don't. From what I've seen from Lonzo Ball, I don't know if I would have him in the top 25. I think he's going to be a really good starter, but he's always going to be like super borderline, like Kyle Lowry type. Like I don't know if I want to put him in the top 25, bro.
Got a question?
What's up?
Do you think they put him in the top 25 because they're basing off of, what if he had the same opportunities as other people did of not being on the team with LeBron James, who's so ball dominant?
This is all based off potential, but
Okay.
I think you're 110% right. But y'all can kill me for this one if you want.
It's just kind of interesting though, because everybody's in certain situations, different situations. Situations that work for them, situations that don't work for them. But a lot of these players, honestly, or a good amount of these players, if they had the ball in their hands as much as De'Aaron Fox does for his team, then they be putting up some really, really good numbers too. You know what I mean? It's just situational for so many of these things. So
yeah. I also think the difference is De'Aaron Fox has the ball a lot in his hands and putting up numbers, but that turns into team production. Like they're fighting for the 8th seed. I think if the playoffs started right now, they're in the playoffs. Like
I'm not disagreeing with you whatsoever, but it's situational because he got lucky enough to draft to a team that's coming up, but didn't like the veteran they brought in was Harrison Barnes. You know what I mean? Like they didn't bring in a top tier player in the NBA like that. You know what I mean? So he's able to control and do what he does and has been doing for years, except at the NBA level because Sacramento Kings management is smart and allow him to do so.
I don't want to talk about the Kings right now. about their management. But
I could have sworn their management, people would say their management was trash.
Oh yeah,
just absolutely trash.
Not very recently though. You know what I mean? They did a couple years ago and beforehand, but not recently though.
No, as recent as the draft, people were like, "Really? Yeah. Why would you choose Marvin Bagley over such and such?" And now they're like, "You know what? It's actually a really good pick." Y'all so wishy-washy, bro.
Yeah, shout out to Marvin though. Get better.
Yeah,
because that man got so much bounce.
Are you guys surprised that Julius Randle's not on this list?
No,
not at all.
Okay, I was just making sure.
I'm not a big Julius Randle fan though, so.
But he is putting up numbers.
Yeah, I am a Julius Randle fan, and Julius Randle is already showing what he can do at full value. Because just in his last 3 games, he has 19 points, 35 points, 22 points against the Suns, Lakers, and 76ers. And he's averaging 20 for the season. He's done. He showed you what he can do. And he's a power forward who doesn't really space the floor, but he's going to beat you up in the post. And that's about it. I don't think there's another level to him.
Unless he works on a shot.
No, this is his peak. This is his peak. His peak is this. He will not go much further than this. I don't even think he is ever in his career projected to do better than this. You know what I mean? This is what you were going to get from him.
I mean, yeah, I can see that. Yeah, I mean, he's doing what he's supposed to be doing. So, I mean, but he didn't underachieve, he didn't overachieve.
Yeah. What was you saying, Calvin?
Do y'all think he'll be doing this the rest of his career? Because if someone's doing that for a career, that's a pretty good career.
I think he has at least 3. He has about 3 to 5 seasons of doing this at this level, and that's going to be possibly for a subpar team until he's like, I want a chip, and then we're going to see his stats go to 12 points, 6 rebounds, because he's going to be in a much limited role, but his skill set is still going to be coveted.
I would say he is going to continue to have these numbers if he doesn't want to win. Point blank. Period. If he wants to win, his numbers will go down. But if he wants to, if he wants to win, his numbers will go down. Yeah. But if he wants to have these numbers and continue having these numbers, he will not win. He will not be on teams that are in contention for sure.
Yeah, because right now he's like the second option. Actually,
Yeah.
he might even be the first option now that they're barely playing AD.
This is disrespectful. Yeah,
Yeah, he might be the first option. Do they still have Mirotic?
Yeah, they do. No, he got he's up in Milwaukee. They traded him.
Oh yeah. I seen him play last night. What the heck?
Yeah, but let's go ahead and let's say who's on this list, and then we can get back to the discussion. At 25, they have Jaylen Brown. 24, they have Lonzo Ball. Tied for 21 is a three-way tie, so we just gonna go in reverse order. 23 is Kyle Kuzma. 22, Karis LeVert. 21, Marvin Bagley. At number 20, Joseph Nurkic. 19, John Collins. 18, DeAndre Ayton. 17, Jamal Murray. Jaren Jackson at 16. Number 15, Clint Capella. 14, Lauri Markkanen. 13, D'Angelo Russell. Number 12, Pascal Siakam. Number 11, Kristaps Porzingis. Number 10, Devin Booker. Number 9, De'Aaron Fox. Number 8, Jason Tatum. Number 7, Donovan Mitchell. Number 6, Luka Doncic. Number 5, Ben Simmons. Number 4, Karl-Anthony Towns. Number 3, Nikola Jokic. Number 2, Joel Embiid. And number 1, Giannis. I'm not even
Antetokounmpo.
got that.
Can you really still not pronounce it?
I can, but I'm not going to try at every chance. Like, Giannis is a one-name star at this point. So, Giannis.
I can't blame you.
Yeah.
I can't blame.
But a question for y'all: is there anyone on this list that you're surprised did not make it?
Nope. I
Like
guess.
I said, I was thinking of Randall.
I guess he'd be the most obvious one, but not really, honestly.
Jarrett Allen?
Yeah, I can see Jared Allen.
I can see Jarrett Allen over
Jaylen
Jaylen Brown. You said what?
Mentioned.
Wait, what?
Over the names they mentioned?
Over Jaylen Brown? Yeah.
Oh, not over Jaylen Brown. Jaylen Brown, if in the right situation, Jaylen Brown's good. He's that deal. Like, you definitely saw that last year during the playoffs. Right. He is that deal. But he has a reduced role, and I think he's has some weird problems with the staff, the coaching staff, I think. But in a more dominant role, oh yeah, you would definitely see that he's that guy.
Yeah,
but we have to see that. We don't know.
Yeah, we do know from the playoffs last year.
Did they win the playoffs?
What a horrible argument.
Did they win the playoffs?
What an awful argument, Levi. Come on now.
I'm not arguing with you. I'm just
did anybody else win the playoffs?
Did they win? Did they win last year?
No, Levi, they did not. So your point is what?
Well, I'm trying to relatively go back to the Kyrie argument, but hey, that we're already past that, bro. Let's move past that.
Wait, so there was no point in
Levi, let's move past this. I'm still on the Kyrie.
Wait, did he say his own name? He said, let's move past
it. I'm speaking in third person right now to myself.
Oh my goodness.
Anyway, I feel like 24 and 25, Ball and Brown. I feel like, not that they're not good players or anything, it's just like whether or not you include them is kind of an indication of what you value in players. But hold up, wait. Didn't you say this deals with potential too?
Yeah.
Okay.
This whole list is based off potential.
Okay. Then that makes some sense. But if you go from a production standpoint and such, after a certain point, I think some of this is just some of who you put on the list depends on what whoever's making the list values. What you think should be, or like what you think should get someone on the list.
Oh, that's a good point. Who is making this list?
How about Zach LaVine? Like, are y'all surprised he's not on the list?
Oh yeah, hold up. Little.
Like,
I mean,
That's a good one. I think so. The person he's putting up these numbers he's putting up this year because he's shooting so many shots and taking so many awful shots and just throwing the ball up and hoping it goes in a lot. Because he's made a lot of good plays, but if you watch whole games, you will see some awful, awful, awful basketball being played also. So that person, whoever made this list, like Colin said, is probably taking that into consideration. But who would you replace on the list with Zach LaVine? Because, granted, if he's not scoring, he's not doing nothing for your team.
Yeah, because he's not a defender whatsoever, bro.
Whatsoever.
Yeah, because if you look at this list, everybody on this list can play a little bit of defense, except Devin Booker.
I was about to ask that. Because
even Luka Doncic is a better defender than Devin Booker, and then Kyle Kuzma is another non-defensive threat, but buckets.
What I'll switch is I'll put Aaron Gordon. If we was taking Kyle Kuzma off, I'll put Aaron Gordon over Kyle Kuzma. But whoever made the list. Whoever made the list did whatever, I don't know if they were going off of analytics or, like you said, potential.
But I also think Aaron Gordon is another dude who's pretty much a finished product. The only thing he can literally do to make himself better is get a better 3-point shot. That's about it. Because his handle is solid. He just he's still kind of struggling to shoot, at least at an elite level.
Blake Griffin?
You said what?
Remember when people were comparing him to Blake Griffin?
Yeah, I remember that. I was just thinking about that too.
No, that makes sense if we're talking about like two seasons in Blake Griffin, when Blake Griffin could only like play in the post and shoot, but they should have seen red flags by like the size.
People don't give Blake Griffin I think he doesn't give enough credit for his evolution as a player.
I said that the other day, bro.
He could have literally just been what Aaron Gordon is right now. Aaron Gordon is, like you said, we're probably seeing the ceiling, but this dude really changed his whole game up. But then we'll still put you in the basket though. Like it's very interesting to see.
Yeah, I don't know about now if he's still putting you in the basket.
Yeah, he can.
He had a poster this year. I think Vince Carter has
one
posters this year.
No,
Blake
he had a
I only seen one.
He's had a couple. He had one the other day on the Pacers. Or against the Pacers.
I don't remember that one.
I got a whole ESPN update for it and everything. But no one's out here watching the Pistons, so like House of Highlights is gonna post it. You know what I mean? Like it's the Pistons. Like then him, DeAndre Drummond, and you ain't got nobody else on the team. No one cared about Reggie Miller or not Reggie Miller, Reggie Jackson. Like, ugh. You know what I mean? So like you're all gonna see, or he's not his work isn't gonna be highlighted as much, I should say.
Yeah.
But no, he's not catching off the backboard windmills no more. If that's what you mean.
I miss those days, bro. I really do.
I'm real sad, man.
Bro, I am sad. There's like certain, like I still get nostalgic for certain players, like Brandon Roy. I miss Brandon Roy, bro.
I wasn't really watching the NBA when he was in it, so I was watching NBA when he tried to make his comeback and didn't make it. Remember, his knees didn't hold up.
Oh, that's not funny, bro.
It's so cold.
Let's not do that, bro.
All right, how about Brandon Ingram? Brandon Ingram be on this list.
Wait, Brandon
Ingram.
Brandon Ingram's not on this list. And
Kyle Kuzma is.
Bro, I think what happened, because Because hasn't Brandon Ingram been playing nice like the past like 2 or 3 games?
31, 22, 32, 8 rebounds, 6 rebounds, 4 assists, 4 assists. So yeah, he's been snapping.
I think he saw this
that's
list and was like, let me go ahead and ball out real quick.
And he's been playing almost 40 minutes a game. Those past 3 games.
Oh.
Jesus.
You know
what might keep him off the list? He doesn't take many threes, and he's not hitting them like that over the season anyway.
Wait, so?
Yeah, he's a different player. I mean, he contributes to the team.
If that listen, if that's a qualifier to leave you off this list, then this list is just awful.
Well,
it makes
it's one reason not to include him. Because again, at a certain point, you just have to make some decisions, and there are a lot of players you're probably gonna forget somebody.
I mean, he does. He impacts the basketball game more than Kyle Kuzma does. Kyle Kuzma, if at least Brandon Ingram plays defense. Kyle Kuzma is one of the worst defensive players in the NBA. If Kyle Kuzma's not scoring, he's not doing nothing. If Kyle Kuzma's not scoring, he's not doing anything to benefit the game besides taking shots.
He can rebound. He rebound.
He doesn't get a lot of rebounds. He doesn't do anything that at least Brandon Ingram plays hard at defense and puts length in people's faces. You know what I mean? I don't know why Kuzma would be on there. Maybe because he's like the favorite of the month, being like the year. You know what I mean? Like, oh my gosh, I love Kuzma, whatever it is. But like Brandon Ingram kind of has some haters on him. You know what I mean?
I could see that.
He doesn't mesh well with LeBron, so on and so forth. So maybe that's why I left him off. I'm not quite sure.
I mean, didn't Ingram come in with higher expectations too?
Yeah.
I think that the expectations you have of a player the expectations a player tends to have coming in tends to affect perceptions of how they're playing, whether it's definitively good or not. At least with younger players. By the time they're old, it don't matter no more. Oh yes, this is only vaguely related to anything because I went and looked it up. But congratulations to Clint Capella from going to an embarrassment from the free throw line to only a liability.
Was he shooting like 60%?
Like when he first got in the league, when he wasn't getting play like that, it was like I think like 16% or something. And yeah, he's up to like the mid.
God.
Hey, wasn't Ombre shooting underhand for a little bit?
Yeah.
I remember those days.
That's funny.
Yeah, bro. But there's certain players on here that I'm surprised that they are that high. Like Clinton Capella. 15? Really? Like, what else does Clint Capella do? Like, really well outside of rim running to get him this high on the list. Is that what?
He's a pretty good rim protector too.
I mean, with that being said, so is Jared Allen.
Yeah, exactly.
So, like, what else does like Clint Capella do? I know he benefits well from having 2 people that can pass their ass off, but like, what is his skill that is just like, yep. He's going to be he could be a top 15 player in the league.
He does not have one. He doesn't have one. He fits the system he's in very well, and that's literally it. Like, he's a very system player, and he fits it well. So all we're saying is this is trash, right?
Yeah.
At the end of the day.
I actually like Clint Capella.
I mean, but 15?
Yeah, 15 is crazy.
You don't gotta like him that much. You know what I mean? Like pretty much all we're saying is this list clearly isn't thought out well. Somebody just had an idea and goes, I'm gonna do it, and did it, and didn't actually have any kind of stats, kind of analytics, any basketball knowledge in any sense of the word. And
Phillip, I think you should slow down because for one, we're just looking at the list. We didn't read the article that would probably give it more context on why.
Yeah.
But I do agree with you. I do think I I just think the fact that this list almost put Clint Capella and Kristaps Porzingis on the same tier, which Kristaps Porzingis was pretty much an all-star before he got hurt.
Not even pretty much.
Clint Capella is Clint Capella. Like he's benefiting from generational passers, bro.
Yep, you're not wrong about that.
Yeah. So is there anybody like you that's like sneaky on this list? Like that you didn't expect to be on here? Or at least didn't expect to be this high?
Wait, what's LeVert doing this year?
Hurt. He just came back like 2 games ago, but he was showing out from like the end of last year to like I want to say like a couple games this year, and then he snapped something up in his leg.
I'll say a sneaky one's Pascal Siakam.
I was going to say that one.
Yeah, that his stock literally rose after 1 year. Literally.
Bro, it was like a couple. Actually, people who are like basketball nerds and like follow people from like the draft, they were already like, I need to keep watching. Then all of a sudden, Pascal Siakam looked like Pascal Siakam. I was like, okay, I see what you guys are talking about.
Yeah, he's nice.
Yeah. I think the person I'm most surprised and I think is the least deserving of being on this list is Yusuf Nurkic. Maybe I haven't watched enough Blazers, but what?
He's a solid player. I don't know if he's top 25 yet.
But this list is like, I don't know if this is like top 20 for potential in the league, but Yusuf Nurkic, like what has he? What?
He's a great post player.
He's
a great post player.
This season, he's averaging 15.3 points, 10.1 rebounds, 3.2 assists, 1 steal, 1.5 blocks.
Those are solid stats.
Shooting 51%.
Solid.
Yeah, what is his defensive rating if you can look that up for me? Like
let me see. I'm pretty sure they got
he doesn't like a lot of the bigs on this list show you like several different things. Like if we go with Joel Embiid can literally do everything on the court except stay healthy for like a long period of time. Nikola Jokic is really good at passing. We're talking about like one of the best passing big men we've seen like in the last 15 years. Karl-Anthony Towns is cat when big cat when he's not playing like little cat. Kristaps Porzingis.
Okay, shut up. Can we stop saying big cat when he doesn't play like little cat? When he only played like quote unquote little cat for a couple games when G Butler was there. Towards the beginning of this season, a couple games. He's been monstrous before then and after then. Relax, people. Relax.
Until he stops getting memed after looking scared when guarding people in the post, he will forever be little cat to me at certain times, bro.
Bro, just because the man's ugly as hell and he just makes some of the worst, grossest facial expressions that you will ever see in the NBA doesn't mean that he's a little cat.
Bro,
like,
he's a little cat.
It means he was just not blessed genetically in the face area. You know what I mean? Like he can't blame that. He can't do anything about that. He's just ugly.
Bro,
okay. Anyway,
that's enough for him to be a little cat for me, bro.
Anyway, this is what they have on Basket Reference. Defensive win shares, he's at 2.8 on for the season, I guess. I'm not sure.
This is my analytics.
Yes.
Yes, it is.
Goodbye.
Admittedly, I'm not sure how they calculate it.
Just keep talking.
But so what? His defense is solid, if nothing else.
Okay. Yeah, but all the other big men on this list, outside of Clint Capella, bring several things to the table.
I
Like,
think
is he at least shooting threes at a decent rate?
Who, Nurkic?
Mm-hmm.
He's a good free throw shooter.
Nah,
He's a good free throw shooter.
he doesn't really shoot threes.
Like, everybody else is stretching the floor. Everybody else is a great rim runner. Getting a lot of rebounds. I'm just not sure about Yusuf Nurkic.
He gets rebounds.
He
And
does,
he has a
but like,
decent mid-range shot.
okay.
Looking at the shooting stuff.
He's almost 280. That dude's too big.
Oh.
He's too
Yeah,
big.
he is built kind of sloppy, bro.
He's too big, man. But I mean, he has an offensive skill set, man. He has post moves. He has good footwork. You know, I watch him a little bit. You can't take anything away from him. You know, you can't say that he doesn't bring nothing to the table. He's a post scorer. He's great for this Portland team.
Oh, I didn't say he
tell me
doesn't
he's-
bring anything to the table. I just said I don't think he brings enough to the table for me to be like, yep, top 20.
Yeah, you're right. Okay, I can agree with that. I can agree with that.
So, then question. On similar argument, should DeAndre Ayton be on the list then?
Yes.
But Trae Young should be on the list. Trae Young should be on the list.
Wait, Trae Young's not on this list?
No, he's not.
Bro, I think they really need to revise this list. Did y'all see what Trae Young did yesterday?
Yes, I did. I watched the whole game.
Bro, I'm mad I didn't watch that game. 49 points?
16
Was it
assists.
15 assists?
It was like 16 or 15, I think. It was ridiculous. It was a good game, too. I mean, it was trash defense, but...
Bro,
This list is trash. Also, when it comes to Trae Young, that move he had when he put it behind the back and had to do spinning, that was one of the nastiest moves I'd have never seen. Like, in game. That move was underratedly nasty. I was like, man. I mean, he looked like he got baby hairs for his whole head, but like, I was like, that's wild though. Like, he really had that man spin a whole circle. I was like, that's so disrespectful. I was like,
wait, I just caught you saying. I don't know if I told y'all this, but I met Trae Young because he goes to school. I mean, he went to school down here, and another dude that's going to play at Oklahoma plays down here, and he went to go see him play. And Trae Young's hair is actually much thicker in person than it is on
TV.
On TV. And if he's listed at anything taller than 6 foot, it might be a lot, bro.
really, man? Because I really feel like I can see his scalp.
Bro, like I was looking at him, I was like, he actually has a full head of hair. I was very confused.
Like I would like, well, I would have been on the stands like above him, just like looking. Like, does TV take away like hair threads? Like, you got a lace front. I don't know.
Bro, that's that HD camera, bro.
Well, okay. He need to not be on HD. How about that? like good thing he's in a sport that moves a lot and not baseball or something like that.
Imagine seeing that boy head on 4K TV. On 4.
Look, man, I'll just throw up.
Wow.
Hey, they just need to go back to low def when they close up on his head, bro. Just
Yes, bro.
it's like
He really got. Well, he got.
I want to see all the pictures,
for his
bro.
whole head. Who got baby hair for a whole head? Like, you could call it a little Jufro, but like, it's not because he's black. You know what I mean? It's like,
might be why he's not on the list, bro.
and dude got mad underbite.
God.
He do. It's massive.
God.
Like, dang, bro. Like you really only get girls because you rich in the NBA. Cause if you just walking around and you a physics major at University of Michigan, you getting clowned.
He actually looks like he could be a physics professor with that type of hair, bro.
you ain't never lied. Oh, that's
you
funny.
need to be educating somebody.
Yes,
I don't care if
bro.
all growth, but on something.
Yes. Oh my gosh, we really just bash this man on his looks though. That's so disrespectful.
Bro, everybody can get this, bro. We made fun of LeBron's hairlines for decades, bro.
That's true, and we just made fun of Karl-Anthony Towns' face. So
no, you made fun of Karl-Anthony Towns' face. I'll make fun of him for being kind of soft.
Oh yeah, I did make fun of him. It's just looks. Like man, somebody called me the other day. Somebody told me I look like Karl-Anthony Towns, and I got really angry. Like I got really upset. They said I was like, "Don't you ever call me that?" Because like that's
Cat Dixon, okay.
That's so I'm so upset you just said that. I'm so disrespected right now.
Hey, you know who they really forgot on this list? Markelle Fultz.
I forgot to laugh.
No. So do you think it's anybody on this list that's like underrated?
Underrated?
Yeah. Like they should be higher.
Maybe D'Angelo, the way he's been playing. D'Angelo Russell, maybe. I'll say D'Angelo.
Yeah. Why you say D'Angelo outside of the way he's been playing? Like
he's just been playing great, and he's been putting his team in great positions to win games. And there's a potential that they can get to the playoffs this year. They get to the playoffs this year due to his production. He's the leader of this team. And he's the obvious leader of this team. And some people would say it's LeVert, but I'm not. I think it's D'Angelo.
What about you, Calvin?
It's like I'm looking at it. The only person I think of is Jaylen Brown, and literally that's only because I just kind of like the player. That said, if we can make the argument that Capella is too high, in which case Ayton should probably be higher. Yeah.
I agree with Calvin.
Great take, Philip.
I don't give too many takes, hella takes on this thing. So sometimes I gotta just chill. You know what I mean?
Actually, wait. Yeah. Wouldn't Collins also be higher then?
Yeah. Yeah, I'm really not sure with that I'm really not sure what they had with having Capella this high, bro. Like, am I missing something? Like, he's a pretty good defender. Like, he's actually a really good defender. He can slide his feet with like some guards, but what else? Because Jaren Jackson can do the same thing.
Yeah, sure can.
And he might even be able to do it better and is a much better shooter from like everywhere except the paint.
Yeah, you're right.
So if I got a scenario. If Porzingis was playing and he's playing well, do you think he'll be higher on the list by now?
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Okay.
I think if Kristaps Porzingis didn't get hurt and he came back.
He'd be top 5 for sure.
I don't know about top 5, but I could definitely see him creeping into like that top 8. Maybe.
Name top 5 right now.
Giannis, Joel Embiid, Nikola Jokic, Karl-Anthony Towns, Ben Simmons.
He'd be top 5 because people would love to hit on Karl-Anthony Towns. He low-key might have replaced him.
Yeah. I still think Karl-Anthony Towns is kind of high.
I don't, but also, we just disagree with, him in Timberwolves, so.
Like, I'm more of a Ben Simmons over Karl-Anthony Towns on this list, to be completely honest with you.
Oh, definitely. But,
yeah.
like, you're not. But, like, at that point, they're so high, you can't go wrong with them.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, once you hit that top 5 slot, everybody you named, you could pick and choose. You could be the like really just picky. But overall, you can't go wrong with any one of those people. None of them. They're all franchise players.
Okay, I got a question for you. Actually, it's a question for everybody.
All right.
Who's your starting five from this list? I'll go first. Give me De'Aaron Fox. Give me. I'm gonna go a little out of position. Give me Jason Tatum at the 2, Luka Doncic at the 3, Giannis at the 4, Joel Embiid at the 5.
My turn.
All right.
Ben Simmons at the 1. Do I have to put them in the position they play?
If it's like a wing player, no.
Okay. So I put Ben Simmons at the 1. Devin Booker at the 2. I put God, who I even put at 3? I know for the 4 I'm doing Karl-Anthony Towns, and for the 5 I'm doing Joel Embiid. But for the 3, I'm not sure, honestly. I guess chuck it to anybody.
Bro, you gonna leave Giannis out of your starting?
Giannis, my bad. Giannis for the 3.
That's wild, bro. You really forgot about Giannis.
Giannis, my bad. I got no excuse. My bad. But yeah, Giannis for the 3.
All right. Levi, Calvin, what about y'all?
I'll put Ben Simmons at the 1, Donovan Mitchell at the 2. And then I'll take Giannis, and then Joel Embiid, and then am I missing one?
I don't know.
Yeah, I wasn't keeping count. Sorry.
I think
Go
I got
ahead,
one
just
more.
repeat yourself.
I think I got one more, and then I'll throw Jokic out there, the Joker out there.
Okay.
What?
For me, and I feel like we're kind of repeating ourselves in a lot of ways. All right, but so 1, Simmons, 2, Booker, 3, Giannis, 4, let's go with Jokic, and 5, Embiid.
Yeah, that's a nasty lineup.
Yeah. All right. Last question. Out of this list, how many MVPs are we looking at?
So how many MVPs?
Yep.
Like overall, or like MVP players?
If we just forecast their entire career, how many people do you think could win an MVP?
8.
You said 8?
Yeah.
Ooh.
Nah, I guess.
Who are you 8?
I think honestly, I think Devin Booker has the capability of winning anybody that top 5. Anybody that top 5. I think Devin Booker has
What?
Devin Booker has the capabilities of doing like a whole score a lot of points type MVP type of season. You know what I mean? Like not like necessarily like the greatest player, but if he scores a lot of points, yeah. I honestly think De'Aaron Fox could. He has the capabilities to be. He's that. I do think he's that good. Like he legitimately has capabilities to, like but also I gotta think like Dwayne Wade's number one. So like, can he really win one too? You know what I mean? Because like Dwayne Wade's like a solid scorer. He's like he's been a really good scorer, but not like the greatest scorer of all time. You know what I mean? And like De'Aaron Fox is like gonna be a really good scorer, but not like one of those all-time greats. Devin Booker, all-time greats. So let me cut it down. I say 6. Outside of the top 5, I think Devin Booker is the only one that can score enough to be able to win an MVP.
Okay. What about the rest of your lot?
So, let's see. You say how many or who?
How many? And you can name who you think will win too.
Give me a little bit more time.
Okay. Levi, you ready?
Yeah, I'll say about 4, maybe 4. Giannis, of course. I mean, that's an obvious one. And then the Jokic, and uh, and Mitchell. I could see that. Depending if he can get his team to the finals, I could see that happening. I mean,
That's crazy.
yeah,
Donovan Mitchell.
yeah.
Okay. Tweak your zone. Tweak your zone.
Yeah. I'll be completely honest with you. I'm a lot less bullish than the rest of you on this.
Foolish.
Bullish. Like I'm not going as hard as the rest of y'all. I think I'm looking at maybe 3 people. And I'm hesitant on those 3. Like super hesitant. Well, on the third one. Like Giannis, I could see winning one. Joel Embiid, I could see winning one.
Hell,
And just because of like fanfare and a little bit of a recency bias, I can see them giving one to Luka. Because I can literally see Luka having like a 25, 8, and 6.
I could see that.
Going super deep in the Western Conference in like 3 or 4 years. And I'm like, Luka! All over his little nuts and whatnot. But as long as Karl-Anthony Towns isn't winning, not a chance. Ben Simmons, they're not going to give him that without unless he's shooting like league average from the 3-point line. Donovan Mitchell, I just don't see it. Jason Tatum, same. De'Aaron Fox, nah. Devin Booker, as long as he stays in Phoenix, he's not going to win anything, bro. At least not for the foreseeable future.
Did he even win Rookie of the Year?
No, he did not.
Wait, hold up. Who was he? Wait, didn't he come in with Towns?
Yep.
That's who won Rookie of the Year.
Yeah, and then 11 through 25, I don't see them having a big enough role.
Let's see. I think I ended up counting. Like, are we saying people who we think have the ability to at some point, or who we are like, yeah, these people almost certainly? Because that's gonna affect the number I'm about to give you.
Yeah, just how many you could possibly see happening in their career.
Okay. What I think I also had 8. I'm a little more optimistic on some folks, though I'm aware that like. But anyway, what I can see, obviously, Giannis, Embiid, Jokic. I think Simmons might be able to get one. Like you said, especially if he improves from 3. I could see Booker getting it. And if Collins continues to improve, like it looks like he does to this point, I could see him maybe getting one. I could reasonably see Ayton getting one. There'll be some years down the road.
Oh yeah, y'all like these people way more than I do.
Whoa,
Yeah, I think it's just more optimism. Like realistically, only a handful of these folks will ever get one. So it's like realistically, on this entire list, like you said, there might be 4. Because a lot of the MVPs go to the same handful of people every year.
Yeah, and then I'm also thinking about the new guys that are going to come in and just be spectacular at some point. Like somebody's going to get a lot of, like somebody like Zion is going to get a lot more fanfare than like Kristaps or something. Especially now that he's in Dallas, like there's going to be something that's just going to take away from
Luka.
Yeah, you could say Luka. I'm not 100% on that answer, to be completely honest with you, but I could see that.
Like a lot of this is just like, okay, based on what we have now, who could reasonably do it? And reasonably, I think there are a handful of people who, assuming they continue to develop and end up on a good, like, end up to get a little bit of luck, or like, screw it, I'm going somewhere to win. They might be able to get one. But again, like you said, it doesn't take into account all the new guys that come through every year.
Yeah.
Okay, quick question. Do you think Barrett would ever win an MVP?
No.
Oh.
Barrett has shown me a lot of reason not to be very big on him lately. And I do also think it's because of kind of the system and just kind of where he's at. There's so much talent on that team, but I don't ever see Barrett having enough of a package where we're like, yeah, he's clearly the MVP. I always feel like even if he scores like 25 points, has 6 assists, 4 rebounds, there's going to be like an efficiency issue that's going to be like, I can't give it to him.
Well, we can give James Harden is efficient. Never mind.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, with that being said, I got stuff to grade.
Yeah, so you got to get up out of here. That's cool.
Yeah.
All right.
I was about to shut it down. Unless you guys have anything else that you want to talk about.
Nope.
All right. Go ahead and tell the people where they can find you.
All right, my name's P Dizzle, the 1, the 2, the 3. You can find me on Instagram, Twitter, and Facebook. Hey, sometimes even Snapchat, even though Instagram stories are much more eventful. You can find me under Philip Dixon under all those, and or PG Anecdotes under all those formats as well. Grad school's a lot of work, but I will be getting back to writing more articles when my workload kind of just chills out a little bit. I will be doing one over spring break though.
Okay, cool.
So March 12th, or the week of March 12th, I should say.
Okay. All right, Calvin.
All right, I'm Calvin McGowan. You can find me on Twitter at CMcGowanII. I will not be spelling it this week, so just listen to one of the other podcasts.
All right, Levi.
This is Levi Washington. You can find me at Fourth Quarter Legends, _Quarter Legends with a Z at the end. You can find me on Instagram or Twitter.
All right. And I am Alan Pettigrew Jr. I've been writing a lot lately. Just go to my Twitter, AP_the great_. Always have the links floating around on my page. I write a lot for the Lead Sports Media and also Las Vegas Daily Sports. So that's where you can find my work. Should be getting some credentials so I can go to some of these Dallas games. WNBA, NBA. Stay tuned for that. Also have a lot of footage that's coming up on the Traveling Hoopers YouTube page. That's at Traveling Hoopers. And don't forget to follow us at Traveling Hoopers on Twitter. And have a great day. We out.